Good morning, dear students. A very warm welcome to all of you in today's session of Class 12th Informatic Practices, Unit 3, Computer Network. We'll be covering the Internet, URL, World Wide Web, application of World Wide Web, and other related terminologies in this session. So, I am Vishal Kaushik, PTCS from KV Tagore Garden. I'll be explaining you about all these topics in this session. So let's continue with our session. So the first topic is introduction to internet. So as you all know, nowadays to do every single work we are using internet, whether it is sending an email to a friend, to a colleague, or to send an official email, or to watch a video, whatever we can think of in this today's digital world, we have to use internet. So internet is a massive network of networks. That means a networking infrastructure. So you have studied different kind of networks, different LANs, WANs, and WANs in previous videos, and you have seen that we can create LANs and WANs by simply connecting the computers with each other using the networking cables, and then the connection of these LANs combinedly may be called a MAN, and in this way the network was created. So when the several networks are connected together, that network of networks is called internet. Internet is connected not only with the computers, but at the other end it is connected with the www, that is World Wide Web. So internet actually connects millions of computers together globally, forming a network in which any computer can communicate with any other computer as long as they are both connected to the internet. So if the both of the computers are connected with internet, then we can communicate using one computer with another computer. So let's come to the last point, that is the World Wide Web, or we can simply say it as web. It is a way or medium of accessing information over the internet. So if we want to access any kind of data, file or information or video or whatever kind of things are available on the internet, we have to use a medium, and that medium is called World Wide Web. So World Wide Web is nothing but an information sharing model that is built on top of the internet. So you can see in the diagram also that internet is there written at the below, and different services or different set of information are written over the word internet, so they are depicting the World Wide Web. So let's continue with the topic internet. The internet emerged in the United States in the 1970s, but it did not become visible to the general public until the early 1990s. But till now, that is in year 2020, approximately 4.5 billion people, or we can say more than half of the world's population, are estimated to have access to the internet. So half of the world population is able to access to the internet. So this is how the popularity increased about internet and www. The internet provides a capability so powerful and general that it can be used for almost any purpose that depends on information, and it is accessible by every individual who connects to one of its associated networks. So it empowers a particular device, or we can say a particular person, in such a way that he is able to do any kind of task using internet. He can pay his bills, he can download videos, he can listen to songs, he can listen to educational videos, like you all are doing. He can make assignments, he can submit the assignments, and several so many uses of internet. So internet is so capable and powerful that it is widely used in all over world. So now let's move to the next terminology connected to the internet, that is URL. That URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator. It is nothing more than the address of a given unique resource on the web, or we can say it is a simply address of a website. Like several websites you used to open on the internet, whether we say youtube.com or facebook.com or KVS headquarters website, that is kvsangathan.nic.in. Several different websites are there. So every website is identified by a uniform resource locator, that is URL address, which will be uniquely identifying the website's address. So URL is an address that matches users to a specific resource online. That means a web page, or it may be a particular file or video or anything. So when we type in the URL in the browser's address bar and we press the enter button, we are being connected to the web page, that is the home page of the website which we want to open. For example, when we type in the browser http colon 2 forward slash www.youtube.com, then the youtube.com itself opens out and we are able to access this website. So this is how the URL is an important term. So URL is nothing but the address you used to type in the browser's address bar. The example is shown in the figure also, and a full URL example is also given, that is http colon double forward slash www.youtube.com, or there is maybe another website google.com or facebook.com or whatever, whichever website you used to open, the address is called URL. So let's move to the next topic, that is www. The www term stands for World Wide Web. Commonly, it is also known as web. It is an information system. All the web resources are identified by uniform resource locator. So World Wide Web is a system of information where different websites are identified by their URLs, and whenever we type in the URL in the address bar, the relevant website gets open in our browser and we can access this website. So who invented the www? So the answer is Mr. Tim Berners-Lee. He invented the World Wide Web in the year 1989, and in order to open various web resources available in the World Wide Web, he wrote the first web browser in the year 1990. So it was not so long ago, only 30 years ago, we got our first web browser through which we can access any web resource. So let's move to the next topic, that is application of World Wide Web. So what are the different application of this World Wide Web? We can see point to point. Point number 1, publishing, marketing and advertising. So all these points are self-explanatory. Publishing means we want to publish any kind of advertisement or any kind of information over the internet. We can publish this information in the World Wide Web and people can access the relevant information with the correct URL which we will provide while publishing, or we can provide the URL itself through other means of communication like messengers, SMSs, WhatsApp, etc. So for marketing also World Wide Web is being used. You people might have seen so many kind of advertisements, so many kind of marketing that is being done while you open different websites. You are shown with different ads which you can click and you can reach to the desired product website. There you can also perform the shopping and you can collect that particular item at your home itself by the home delivery. So very beautiful system of we can say e-commerce. So publishing, marketing and advertising is a very good application of World Wide Web. The second application, that is research and development. So nowadays whatever research is being done, that is being posted on the World Wide Web in the different websites, whether we call about the research papers or new discoveries, everything is being put on the internet not only the research paper but also brief videos about the research done, brief videos about the various prizes given to the scientists. Everything is available in the World Wide Web in form of a resource, and we can access that resource very well through the internet. Other than that, the next and very important application, that is communication. We all use different applications of Android and iPhones like WhatsApp, and many other applications are there which allow us to communicate with other people like Google Meet and Zoom application, Webex Meet. Several applications are there which are having different purposes, which allow us to communicate with others in different manner. For example, if you want to communicate to a smaller group, we will use a WhatsApp or Google Meet. If we want to communicate with larger groups, then we have to buy the paid subscription of Google Meet. Rather, we can use Zoom app and Webex Meet, etc. Several apps are there which you can use and perform the communication. The next application of World Wide Web is collaboration. So what is collaboration? Collaboration is nothing but completing a particular task together. That means dividing a task in different parts and collaboratively doing the different parts together by helping each other, and then integrating the product and getting to a final version of the product. So that is what collaboration, where we can give our suggestions, we can take other suggestion, and all in all we can complete our work by collaboration using World Wide Web. The next application is industrial classification of the sample companies. So there are several companies. All those companies are industrial classified on the World Wide Web by their name, their website. We can type in the name of the website. If it is commercial, then commercial company, then it will be using .com as an extension. If it is a government department's website, we will be seeing .in as an extension at last in the URL. So this is also the next application of World Wide Web. You all very well know, and you may be using this application, that is gaming. For gaming purpose, for playing various online games, we use www, that is World Wide Web, and the gaming application is being used all over the world. People play different games, and in this way they use the World Wide Web to play games and to have fun. So let's move to the next topic in this session, that is email. So email, everybody is very well aware about email, that is known as electronic mail. So it is defined as the transmission of messages over communication network. So whenever we want to transmit a written message to somebody with some attachments also, I will be using the email facility. Nowadays the most popular emails are Gmail, Yahoo Mail, and many other mails are also there. For example, Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan uses NIC provided government IDs, NIC emails. They are secure, and edu edu.org emails, which provide the added security for the communication purpose. So these emails are electronic mails in which we put in our messages. The notes are entered from keyboard, and then they are sent over internet using computers or mobiles or any other networking devices, iPad, iPhones, etc. So this was about email. It is very simple topic. So let's move to the next topic, that is chat. So chat may refer to any kind of communication over the internet which offers a real-time transmission of text messages from sender to receiver. So what does we mean by real-time transmission? As soon as you type in your message in a WhatsApp messenger and you put in send button, you put up the send button, immediately the message pops up in the receiver's inbox. It doesn't take even a single second time. As soon as you click send, the message reaches to the receiver. So wherever the receiver is situated, either he or she is situated in the same city or in some different country, in any of the case, the message will reach within the fraction of second. So that is the magic of chatting application. So it is a very good application of World Wide Web. These chat messages are very short generally in order to enable other participant to respond quickly. So we used to chat in order to send quick messages when we do not have too much to talk about. We just want to inform something to the intended recipient, or we are not able to talk at that time and we want to send some kind of information, it is urgent. In that case we use the chat application. Example of chat applications are so many examples. People use so many different kind of chat application. The people might have most popular chat application you might have heard about is WhatsApp, and other than that messenger of provided by the Facebook. There are Telegram messenger. There are so many more. In the list is very long, so I will leave it as a homework for you all to list out what are the different chat messengers available, and comment it below the video. So let's move to the next topic, that is VoIP. So this is very popular topic nowadays. This is the concept due to which you are able to use all your different devices in order to perform the internet phone calls, either it is normal voice call or a video call. So this is the facility, voice over internet protocol, VoIP. It is a technology which allows you to make voice calls using a broadband internet connection instead of a regular phone line. So you can use your same analog phone line for accessing the internet. That is possible due to VoIP. That is what we call VoIP, voice over internet protocol. So this VoIP services, these services convert your voice into a digital signal that travels over the internet. If you are calling a regular phone number, the signal is converted to a regular telephone signal before it reaches the destination. So what is it saying? That if you are calling a normal telephone number using some application provided in your phone through the internet, you will be able to talk to that person, and that person will be receiving your phone on a simple landline. So that is what the facility called as VoIP. So VoIP services provide you the facility or capability to convert your voice into a digital signal, which then travels over the internet, and the user will get the signal converted to a regular telephone signal on their normal landline phone. So the automatic conversion will happen due to the facility of VoIP. It also allow you to make a call directly from a computer. So directly from a computer you can make a call to a person on their phone. So that is very good facility. So let's move to the next topic of this session, that is website. So a website is nothing but it is a group of web pages containing text, images, and all types of multimedia files. So this is simple definition of a website. So if you open a website like youtube.com, so you will see so many different kind of videos, some pictures, some text written over there. So that is the definition of website, that it is nothing but a group of web pages. So what is the difference between website and web page? This is the question which arises in our mind. So let's see what is the difference. A website is nothing but a collection of web pages which are grouped together and usually connected together in various ways, often called a website or simply a site. So collection of web pages is called website. So what is a web page? Web page is nothing but a simple document which can be displayed in a web browser such as Firefox, Google Chrome, Opera, Microsoft Internet Explorer, or many other are there, Safari, etc. So it is a simple document which is being shown in a web browser, a document which can be displayed in a web browser. That is called a web page, and collection of web pages is called a website. So very simple difference. You should be able to understand this difference. So let's move to the next topic of this session, that is the difference between static and dynamic web page. So what is the difference between static and dynamic web page? Let's see. The word itself suggests the meaning, however we'll see the differences. So first difference, the static web page display the same content each time when someone visits it. So whoever is visiting from whichever place is they are visiting, a static web page will be showing the same content. Okay, and at the other hand, the dynamic web page content changes according to the user. So if the user is opening from some Hindi speaking region, then the website's content will be shown in Hindi. Based on the location of the user, location of the user will be collected by the website. Okay, and if the user is situated in some foreign countries like France, etc., then the website's content will be shown in the French language. So this is how the dynamic web page works. For different user, it shows its content in different way. It's not only about the language, but it may be like about the device in which the user is opening. If the user is opening its file in the iPad, then the website will be shown in different format. If the user is opening the website in the computer, then the website will be shown, or content will be displayed in different manner. So this is what we can understand by a dynamic web page. And static web page is shown in the same manner. Whomsoever opens the web page in whichever device, it is shown in the same manner. So what is the next difference? As a static web page is not providing too many functions or features, that is why it will take a less time to load over the internet. At the other end, however, dynamic web page, it takes more time while loading, because it will identify which device it is being used, and from which, what is the location of the user. So many things it will collect, and then it will open. That is why it will take more time to load. A static web page doesn't have any kind of connection with databases, so no backend is there. Everything is available on the page itself. Nothing will be shown from a database. But a dynamic web page, generally at the server end, a database is used to show a dynamic web page. Using that database information, the web page is available with different kind of information shown according to the user's place, or according to the user's query. For example, when you people see your fees related information on UBI portal, so that is nothing but dynamic web page which is shown to you, because it collects your relevant information related to that particular student, related to that particular quarter, to show the correct fees. So that is a dynamic web page. So let's move to the next topic. The next topic is very simple, that is web server. So what is a web server? Web server is a computer which stores web server software and a website's component files. That means the HTML documents, images, CSS style sheets, and JavaScript files. So a web server is at the server side. That means when you are trying to open a particular website, you simply type in the website's link and you press enter. But as soon as you press enter, a request goes from your web browser to some remote computer, that is called web server, which is storing all the physical files related to that website. And when you click on a particular web page, the relevant information is sent back to your web browser, and then your web browser shows the relevant website's page. So in this way, web server is nothing but it is responding your browser's request, which you create by putting in the URL in the address bar and pressing the enter button. So when client sends request for a web page, the web server searches for the requested page. If the requested page is found, then it will send it to the client with an HTTP response. If the requested page is not found, then web server will send an HTTP response, that is error 404 not found. So it is very simple. So if the content is found, then the web server will return the content. If requested content is not found, then it will simply say 404 not found. So you people might have seen several times when you click on some web link, if you mistakenly type something else, then it will simply say the resource you requested is not found, that is 404 error. So it is very simple. Let's move to the next point, next topic of this session, that is web hosting. And this is going to be the last topic of today's session. So web hosting is an online service which enables you to publish your website or web application on the internet. So when you sign up for a hosting services, you basically rent some space on a server on which you can store all the files and data necessary for your website to work properly. So what is web hosting service? In previous slide, you have studied about web server, so you all must have understood what is a web server. So web server is nothing but a remote computer which stores the relevant files of a website, whether it is about web pages or some videos or some pictures, whatever. So web hosting is a service which provides you some server space as a rented space. You have to pay for it. The longer time you pay for it, the longer amount of period you can make your website live. So why they want you to pay? Because they will enable your website as a live website for 24 cross 7. That means 24 hours and 7 days your website should be available to your users. So for providing this facility and to provide you also the safety, there is a service of web hosting, and accordingly they take payment from you. If you want more safety, then more higher package you have to take. So a server is nothing but a physical computer which runs without any interruption, so that your website is available all the time, that we already discussed for anyone who wants to see it. So web hosting services host your website on the internet, so that you can access a particular website anytime and from any place in the world you want. So this was all about today's session. We covered different topics like the internet, URL, email, VoIP, chat, websites, web servers, web hosting. So all these topics we covered. I hope all these topics are clear to you all and you have no confusion about this topic. So this is Vishal Kaushik, PGT Computer Science from KV Tagore Garden, explained you about all these terminologies of www and its related technologies. So thank you all. Have a nice day.